What's up, everybody? Tyson Roush. Let's talk Jets. Hope everybody's doing excellent on this Monday. When it comes to the Jets, man, you have to expect the unexpected, and things are just never easy. In a feel-good time of year where the Jets are relatively healthy, there are a lot of playmakers on both sides of the ball. Aaron Rodgers back, high expectations for the season. There has to be something. It just can't be smooth and simple, right? So today, Reddick has officially requested a trade from the Jets. Yes, the same Reddick the Jets traded for a while back. And this is becoming a lose-lose situation all the way around, and nobody's going to look good when it's over. So, ideally, if the Jets could have avoided this by retaining Bryce Huff, they didn't do that, which was a questionable move. But they made their pivot move by going out and get Reddick, a move everybody gave him credit for. But at the same time, you're like, all right, when you trade for a guy that has a contract issue, you obviously identify what the parameters of the contract are. You get a deal done, right before the trade or right after the trade, and everybody moves on. And when that didn't happen, that was already red flags. And then when the story came out that Reddick was willing to play under his current contract with the Jets, I didn't buy that whatsoever because there's no guaranteed money. It's all about guaranteed money. Now, so that story came out, then slowly but surely, that story started to change where the Jets did make him an offer, but he turned it down. Red flag number 2. So the whole process of the trade is just weird and mind-boggling. It just doesn't really make sense. And there's probably two sides to every story. I'm sure, as this gets uglier, which it's going to, Reddick is going to release a lot more information from his PR team. So now with this trade request, the Jets are truly, they look bad because if you cave into his trade request, you look weak as an organization where you had a player that held out, and then you're like, you know what, you cave into his demands and you trade him. If you say, you know what, like they did, they're not going to trade him, we're going to keep finding him, well, that's fine. So you're going to keep finding him. He's not going to be in camp. And if he ever does show up, you worry about what kind of shape is he going to be in, how focused is he going to be in, is it going to be a distraction, all these other things. So that looks bad. And the other thing, too, is if he does hold out for a prolonged period of time and starts missing games, you're one Jermaine Johnson injury away from not having a very good pass rusher on the team at all. So Reddick, as good as he is, gives you a good 1-2 punch, gives you some depth with Will McDonald behind him and all the other guys. So the Jets are a much better team with Reddick on him. He makes your defense from, I think, great to like elite. I mean, you're going to have he's a very good player. So I don't want to discount the player he is. But now the spot you're in, like, what the hell do you do with this? Like, nobody wins. And for Reddick, like, now it's like Reddick is fighting for a new contract. He's on a team that he's got no familiarity with the coaching staff, has no communication with the players, not even practicing, not even working out, nothing. So he's going to come in brand new. He didn't go to any OTAs, nothing. So he's going to come in and show up and be like, all right, I'm ready to play. Like, I'm shocked. Like, I don't know who his management team is. I should have probably researched that. But what he should have did is he should have showed up and not did anything. Kind of what Ayuk is doing, but kind of be in camp. Like, all right, I'm here, but now let's negotiate. Because it's funny for the Jets to say, we're not going to discuss negotiations till you're actually in the building. Okay, so is that the money that much different? Like if he's sitting home, you're going to offer him more money if he's in your building. What's the difference? You know what you traded for. The guy had back-to-back Pro Bowl years. So there's just no way this ends well. I just had that feeling where you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. The perception of this is going to look bad no matter how you handle it. And now this trade request today to me is his only piece of leverage left. Other than reporting and being a complete pain in the ass. Show up to the facility, say, I'm here, but you know what? My neck feels kind of tight. I can't practice today. The next day, my back's kind of sore. I can't practice today. You can be that kind of person and be completely disruptive. But this is the last piece of leverage. Like, I don't want to be here. So, I don't know, man. It just doesn't make any sense to me. This whole thing just doesn't make any sense. Something went wrong somewhere. You can't figure out what it is. And I know right now all Jet fans are ripping Reddick, like, screw him, let him hold out, all this stuff. But there's always two sides to every story. So I'm wondering if the Jets didn't do their due diligence or were maybe a little bit arrogant in their approach. Like, we'll just get him here and then we'll work things out when they heard his contract demands. Now, to me, it always comes down to guaranteed money. You give him the guaranteed money this year and say, if you want to give him a deal for next year, I'm fine with that. You have a 2-year Aaron Rodgers window. You have him here for the next 2 years. And then after that, you're probably going to blow it up anyway. You have all your young pieces. You got to find a quarterback. You got to find all kinds of stuff. But, man, it's just never, I cannot believe they're here. I genuinely can't believe it. When I saw the message today, I'm like, this is I'm not going to say same old Jets, but it seems like this all could have been avoided. And that's my stance throughout this. And the further it got, the more questions I had. I'm curious to hear the other side of the story. Talk to you guys later.